Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And we're underway in Atlanta. On the return, here comes Xavier Legette. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. They got to him early, and they laid a big hit on him. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Third yellow. Zoom. Set.
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing him a loss. First play of the game. That's a nice, quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Ready.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12.
Set. Cut.
Young working from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far.
There's no question, Kate, the big play is down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches will really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
3rd down here, need 8 on the play.
Here we go. Ready.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So they couldn't throw for it on 3rd down, and as a result, they're headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping them off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting them even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
Looking to return from the 29. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Ready. Set.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10.
19.
They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards.
It's a loss of 2.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
To the right side and reeled in by London. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Another one here to London. No one's around him. He's got space. And out of bounds he goes on that big pickup. They're inside the red zone now. So a gain of 30 yards on that play. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
From the red zone on 1st. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And he's out just before he can hit the end zone, but what a nice 1st and goal here from the 2.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Might be able to start their game with a score here, Brock. This is 1st and goal. It's Penix yet again. And cut in the end zone for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Drake London with the touchdown. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. The Gets with a return here. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Set.
This drive will begin with Hubbard. He cuts it to the right sideline. And he has this to the opposing 35.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
So the big play moves him well past midfield. Has him set up now at the 35. Going to the ground again on 1st. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time.
Some really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient. He was explosive. He got a nice little gain on the ground.
Hits his running back. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. This one's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back there. I'm going to send him back to the drawing board now for 2nd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go now. Blue 32. Hut.
Shotgun snap now to Young. And he scores. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers make it a 1-point game. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
That one right down the middle. And the Panthers tie this game 7-7.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Okay, well that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. DJ Wanham gets there to haul him down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Penix here from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. Oh, Penix lost it. But it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession.
I think that's one of those cases, Kate, where this defense wished that ball was round. You know, it's not, and it bounces in funny ways. And unfortunately for the defense there, it bounces the wrong way right out of bounds.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They'll be set up 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Penix. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35.
14 yards on the
Give him
play.
13 on that play. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
First and
Sure
10
seems
at the
like he knew
34-yard
exactly
line.
what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Here we go. Half the 60. Half the 60.
Penix on first down. And this is going to get them all the way to the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. So 20 yards on that play. And that's a Falcon first down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
5 still to go here. This is second down.
Here we go. Shot. 70 Lions. Cougar 19.
Handoff for Robinson, running right. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a second quarter lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
35-yard line.
Ready.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Down. 50. Green.
Running back sent in motion.
6.
First down, Young. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Xavier Watts picks it. And he brings it back for the pick 6 and the Atlanta touchdown. You want to know how strong the coverage was there? And they even had that underneath throw locked down, Brock, and he took it the other way.
It's really, really hard to find a better rep than that one in coverage. You're so spot on. Covered it down the field. Usually a gimme to the running back. The only thing was a gimme 6.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And he'll break the 15, but not get much further. Tough field position to start this one out.
At their own 17-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. Hut.
Albert gets it to start the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
He was taken down.
They send with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Here we go.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack. Exactly what he just did.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Ready.
They kick the running back in motion. On 3rd down, it's Young. Completed over the middle. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. And that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end. Well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And he didn't quite break it, but still an excellent return that gets him up near midfield.
The Falcons take over first and 10. At their
Good
own
starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is first and 10. They're going play fake with Penix. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. Defender's there. It's intercepted. J.C. Horn to pick it off. So we'll take over just shy of midfield as his return goes out.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away. That's going to send him back to the line for second.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Kicked off by, I love this name, Devon Diablo.
I think they were going to be grateful just to get the ball back, but now look at where they're getting it, Kate. This is already inside field goal range. I promise you this, they're going to be disappointed if they don't get at least 3 points off that takeaway.
First and 10, around to Robinson. Winning there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
It'll be second down and 9, but not just yet. It's only a couple of minutes to go in our first half. Falcons on top inside of Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Ready.
They'll come to the line here, second and 9.
Go!
Penix. We look underneath here, Robinson. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Throwing now on first down. Penix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
From the 24 once again, it's second and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. He's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. We've paused here to deal with an injured player, and this is a significant one. That's Bijan Robinson getting looked at after that play. And you keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. From the red zone now. And the Panthers are just too much here. They're going to take him down. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on second down.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Penix working from the gun. That'll be Cox. Here's Ty Chandler. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Third down, it's Penix. This gets the first and more. And progress finally halted after he picks up a chunk. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Breaking the huddle. Here's first and goal. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons get more points to end a lopsided first half. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Falcons stretch their lead to 21. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here. First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. Shaking off the pit quickly. He's going to throw. That's caught. He finds Allen Lazard. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
Come on, set. Mega, red, 38.
They'll send a receiver left.
Set.
He'll throw it. That's complete. Sanders has gotten it out right. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
One final shot before the half. Throwing this for the end zone. And they will not connect. Took his shot there to end the half, but no dice. That's going to take us to the break.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. And a stumble coming out of the locker room at halftime as the kick goes out of bounds, Brock. So our first drive of the half is going to begin all the way up at the 40. So first down from the 41.
Let's go. 60 Bison.
We're running here with Bijan. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Play fake. Penix. This is pulled in by Mecole Hardman. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. He gets 6 on that play. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Throw left side, complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Penix now to throw. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Trevin Wallace has it. And the Panthers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the...
Falcons driving in, and they're going to bring him down. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it? They built this type of lead for themselves because that's actually, Kate, their first sack of the game. And that's why smart front offices and complete teams build a well-rounded roster. That way, if a core component like the pass rush today isn't there, well, the other areas of the team pick each other up.
On second down, it's Hubbard. And he'll fly ahead for a few. It's third down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's third down. Here he goes, third and long. Left side caught by Lazard. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Young on 1st and 10. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Young. That's cut at the 4. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow, 22. Ready.
From the red zone on 1st. That one's complete, right side. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options.
Here we go.
Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Hubbard, and he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Panthers start the second half with some needed points. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You tried bringing down one of these NFL running backs in this case.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Beginning on the ground with Algier. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
They give up the gut to Chandler. And he will not get the first, but this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. Third down.
Third down.
So we're through 3 here. It's the Falcons in possession, and they have set themselves up well to get the victory here. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. From the shotgun, Penix gets this one to London. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they head out to check on, looks like an injured Panther. 1st and 10 from the 43. Penix here from the gun. Throw left side is caught by Pitts. He has room past the 25. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
4 yards.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60, Mustang 19.
Working inside the red zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up 2nd down.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Here we go, here we go. Viking 18. Steady.
It's Penix yet again. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Here comes a screen. Algier. He dodged the tackle. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons have likely locked up the win right there. Tucker on for the extra point.
Justin Tucker lining up for the extra point.
The point after splits the upright. And the Falcons stretch their lead to 21.
Falcons 35, Panthers 14. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Legets with a return here. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
At their own 19-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Flush out now to his left. He's running with it. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Panthers first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
We've set it downs from the 37.
Set, ready, set.
1st down, Young. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Young working from the gun. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Falcons are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Young's pass. Intercepted. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard
1st down from the 42.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagles, 6, go.
Play action. Here's Penix. Man downfield, and he finds London. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On 1st down, here's Penix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. LeBron, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
60 Bison.
Shotgun handoff now to Chandler. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons put up even more points in a win. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Falcons grow their lead yet again.
42. Panthers 14.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Ready. Set.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Let's set up the screen. It's Hubbard. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
A loss of 5 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Let's go. Set.
3rd and long for him here. He's going to push one deep down the right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Ready.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10.
Set. Ready. Cougar 19. Set go.
Now Penix off the play action. Taking a shot deep here. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches. But that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Falcon 1st down. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta.
1st and 10.
Falcons ready to pick up their 8th win of the season. So 1st down from the 41.
Here we go. Here we go. 70 Lion. 18 Pioneer. Ready.
To the air with Penix. Cut out left. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They get 23 on that one. And that is good enough for Atlanta 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Shut up. Motion. Viking 18. Hut.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
And he used all the space he had. Got him around 8. That sets up 3rd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet. But let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Dragon 60 Bison.
Here he is on 3rd and short. That one complete to Pitts. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves. Go.
Firing quickly is Penix, complete. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Falcons continue piling it on here in the 4th. That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons continue piling on to this lead.
14. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. He gets with a return here. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
At their own 18-yard line.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready. Hut, hut.
Here's a give to Hubbard. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
45. White. Chop. 17. Set.
From the pistol, it's Young. Forced out to his right. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
On 3rd down, it's Young. Has him on the quick hitter. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker. 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Set. Hut. Block 50. Green. Hut, hut.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Got his man. This is McMillan. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. Wow, what a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down. They pull off the conversion.
There's 1st down. A gain of 12.
So the Falcons earn the